Well, here we are in June, the first month of the Great British Summer, and millions of us will be enjoying the blue skies, the warm weather and the lighter, balmy evenings. But for a large number of us, this time of year is also the start of months of suffering, as it marks the beginning of the hay fever season. Hay fever is caused by the body reacting to millions of tiny pollen particles in the air, and it affects up to 18 million of us. It's the most common allergy in the UK. There are many different types of pollen in the air, but the main culprit is grass pollen, which affects 95% of hay fever sufferers. The high pollen count will last throughout the summer months and even beyond. And for those of us who don't have hay fever, we wonder what's all the fuss about. For those with hay fever, they find it has a huge impact on their life. 21-year-old Jordan has been suffering from chronic hay fever for his entire life.
I've got a very runny nose. Usually I've got to carry tissues with me because it usually gets quite runny. I also get bloodshot eyes, really itchy. I've got to try and resist the temptation to rub them because obviously that couldn't make it a lot worse as well. And then obviously I sneeze quite a lot as well.
Does it affect your sleep in any way?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'll wake up in the night and be rubbing my eyes, or I'd probably be sneezing. Sneezing is usually a big factor. If I've left the window open, that usually makes the issue a lot worse. But I mean, in these summer months, sometimes you can't help yourself because it just gets too warm in the room.
Yeah, and the advice is keep your windows closed.
Yeah.
Summertime?
Yeah, I know.
It's not easy at all. While antihistamines, eye drops and nasal sprays are readily available and do alleviate the symptoms, an outright cure seems elusive. But we are getting closer. Long-term treatments such as immunotherapy can help to permanently reduce the symptoms of a hay fever sufferer and is considered the closest thing to a cure.
Immunotherapy is a way to make the body tolerant to something like grass pollen. It's a series of so many injections given over so many consecutive weeks or 2-week time frames. You start off with a small amount and then you just increase that amount, and that helps the body's immune system to stop overreacting to grass pollen.
If there were to be a cure become available, how would that affect your life?
That'd be really nice. I said I wouldn't have to spend money on tablets, which is a great start as a student, but I'd be able to go outside, I'd be able to enjoy the fresh air, I'd be able to smell the grass and smell the flowers without having to worry about sneezing or, the bloodshot eyes, and, just sitting down and have a reaction to something. Yeah. That'd be awfully pleasant.
Yeah, and that would be for life.
I mean, for the rest of my life, that'd be really good.
Unfortunately, you can't avoid pollen in the air, so if, like Jordan, you suffer from hay fever, here's my list of top tips to help you this summer. Combine different types of medications for maximum effect. Use antihistamines, eye drops and nasal sprays to help control the different symptoms. If possible, try to begin your treatment 2 weeks before you expect your symptoms to start. Pollen clings to your hair and clothing, so it's a good idea to shower and change your clothes when you get home each day. And finally, get out there and enjoy the British summer.